In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my 6'3" three-point shooter build, three-point shot creator. I don't even know what 2K called this build, but this is essentially a catfish build, and you guys will see. I made this build specifically at shooting guard. For you guys that don't know, look, if you can see, as you can see on the left side, it says shooting guard 6'3", just so I don't want you guys to think I'm making the stats up, because you guys will see the stats at the end. This is a 6'3" player, yes, okay? And I made this build at the shooting guard specifically because I wanted to play off ball. I don't want to be on ball all the time, but I put some ball handling on this build just in case my PG is trash, you know, so I can actually help out. And you guys will see in this game, bro, exactly what I'm talking about. So I was letting the point guard essentially run the show because, you know, I'm not that kind of guy. You know, I'm at shooting guard. There's no point in me trying to, you know, want the ball. But as you guys will see, bro, we went down big, okay? We were down big. Without me in this game, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even think we would have won the game at all. As you guys can see, the score is 10-0, bro. Like, literally, they went up 12-0, 12-0. And at this point, I was just like, hell no, bro. Look, they were still giving it to the point guard, but I was like, bro, hell no, I'm not gonna watch this gameplay proceed any further than it should be. But you guys will see, I started to take over. The left and wide open right here. I got that LaMelo base on this build, and because I'm 6'3", the jump shot is actually super fast and super smooth as well. But see, as you guys can see, I just started to come back. I was like, you know what, I'm not losing this game, bro. I don't care about you guys. As you guys can see, this build, honestly, it reminds me of a Russell Westbrook build. As you guys already know, Russell Westbrook is a triple-double machine anyway, especially with rebounding. And this build, as you guys can see, bro, look at that. Look at that move, bro. Look at that move. Now, I can use the carry on this build because I've been playing on my 6'9" and 6'8". I actually prefer just using Dwayne Wade. It's just a little bit easier for me just to play. As you guys can see, your boy still got the dot, bro. I still have the vision. But this is why, you know, for me, I think, you know, when you play shooting guard, essentially this is your role, bro, because shooting guards are scorers, you know, let's be honest. Point guards are supposed to be the passers. So if your shooting guard is messing up, you know, and he doesn't want to, you know, score, you know, we're gonna lose the game. Look, we're still down by quite a lot. So you're still 28-16, right? You guys will see, bro, I was absolutely doing my hardest on this game to make sure we do not lose. And you guys will also see some rebounding aspect of this build right here. That's an offensive rebound for the build. I'm going to show you guys the build at the end, don't worry, in terms of how I made this build and, you know, a couple of changes that I would definitely make to it. But again, look at me. Look at me. You see that? I was boxing. You guys see that? This is a 6'3" boxing out the center, bro. Successfully, of course, you know, the randoms are always going to sell on offense. But I was surprised, and honestly, if I put more strength in this build, I think I'll be able to successfully hold on a lot of these centers because they were struggling to even move me with my current strength level in this build. Also, this build also has gold glove, if you're wondering. So you guys will see again. I'll show you guys how I made it at the end. But again, look at me. Look at a 6'3" jumping, bro. This is a 6'3" build, and of course, you know, you guys already know randoms, bro. I keep telling you guys, I play randoms all day. You know, guys be seeing my stats, and you guys be thinking I'm playing with some full squad. These are just trash players, bro. Look at me, bro. With the steal, dot my centers. I told you, I love playing with poppers, bro. Like, if you're shooting big and you play with me, you're gonna get buckets because that paint is mine. The centers, they can't help it. They need to drop into the paint and go help their guards. But I am looking for the, you know, for the drive, typically fair. You know, I'm a slasher, bro. Look at that. I am getting up there, bro. I told you, this build reminds me of a Russell Westbrook, prime Russell Westbrook as well. But look who's going to get the rebound again. Look how high I'm jumping for these boards, bro. And I've got that LeBron James pass and just, you know, dished up the court. I keep telling you guys, bro. Like, I remember in my comment section, you know, someone in the last comment section literally said, oh, you know, why don't you just leave the rebound for the bigs? And that's because the bigs don't always get the board, bro. Like, I played a game not too long ago today, and the big were just getting absolutely out-rebounded. So if I'm just going to leave those bigs to themselves, they're just gonna keep getting killed on the board. So no, I'm not gonna leave the boards to them. But again, I told you guys, I got that super fast jump shot on this build, man. It's smooth, it's clean. I really like this build. This is probably a big catfish build because it's got like a 3-point shooter, 3-point something. As you guys can see, I even get contest in the paint on this build. A 3-point shooter, but then I barely ever shoot. I'm always slashing, you know. Right here, too much space. I don't know what they were doing, you know. Like, I can shoot on this build, by the way. But I just prefer to slash, man. I love this build defensively, bro. You can do a lot of things. And look at me. You see how I'm just boxing out the center right there? You see how I'm holding the center right there to get the board, and we end up, you know, getting a bucket because of, you know, I don't even trust the centers on this game anymore, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of you centers don't even know about positioning. Look at me again. Look at the center, you know, you're trying to get it. You know, I was there. I didn't really jump for that one, but I was there to help him out. And that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Look at me for the putback. I went for the putback, but that's what I'm trying to say about some of these centers, bro. Like, y'all can't get bored, so I'm not gonna leave the chance for you guys to get the rebound. But you guys already know I'm still a passer, bro. Y'all can't be double teaming me, bro. Like, I'm still gonna be. I'm a pass first player. So if you guys want to double team, I'm gonna see where the double team's coming from. I'm gonna hit my teammates wide open. Right here, look at the behind the back, patiently waiting, dished it to the AI in the paint because I sent a left, I think, or that was the power forward or something like that. But right here, they missed again, but guess who's on the board to clean up? I told you, this just reminds of, this just reminds me of Russell Westbrook. Get the board, push the pace, and go up for the dunk, okay? Like, I love this build. It is very, undersized, and the way it plays, no one's gonna expect you to play like that. I told you guys, I've got that gold glove, bro. I did a little Euro step, why not? And like, look, all of a sudden, we're down 12-0, and now we're up. Because I just decided, I'm not losing this game, bro. Like, even like, catching alley-oops, easy stuff for the build. I just decided, bro, I'm not planning to lose this game, because if I had just sit back and play shooting guard and just let the PG dictate, bro, I would have lost this game, bro. And a lot of the times on this game, you just have to take matters into your own hands, and hence the reason why I always make builds with ball handling, because the ball handling is just in case moment. My teams are trash. Look at me. You see how I'm boxing out the center? Bro, that's the center, bro. I am boxing out the center. I got the offensive rebound on a center. And look at the contest on this guy as well. Guys, people think because I'm 6'8". That's a red contest. The guy flopped, bro. My matchup was 6'8". He flopped. He couldn't believe it, because they think you're 6'3". They can just go up on you, bro. You guys will see how I made this build at the end. You guys will see it's, it's very good, but there's certainly a lot of things I will personally change, playing on the build. There's certain things that I do not need. And look, right here, even here, I'm setting the screen. I'm still a center, bro. Center fair, pick and pop, easy. The jump shot is too clean on this build as well. It's very smooth. This is like again, I told you guys, this is like a Westbrook build. I'm just trying to get into that paint, bro. I've got that vertical. I can get up there. You know what I'm saying? I can get up there. Right here, look, they're trying to trap me. They don't really trap me, but they left my center wide open. I keep telling you guys, bro, I've still got that vision. And now look at the lead all of a sudden. We're down 12-0. And because I decided not to lose, look at who's on the offensive rebound, bro. That's a 6'3" grabbing rebounds offensively, bro. This is crazy, which again ended up leading to the second chance points, which I talk about every single time. Second chance points are super underrated on this build. And look at the speed, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. When it comes to rebound, the speed is so important. Look how quickly I just ran into the paint and I got the board right there. But we ended up winning the game after being down 12-0. And, again, your boy just decided I am not going to lose, okay? I dropped a 30-point triple-double on a 6'3" build, rebounding triple-double as well. I mean, this is very rare. I know a lot of guys, they try to replicate the Russell Westbrook build in the rec, and it's just very difficult. It's very difficult. Bearing in mind, if I went in with a 5, I could have told my center to box out for me to get the board, but these are complete randoms. I didn't even know any of the teammates. Normally, I have like 1 or 2 guys with me, but this game, I was just bored, and I haven't played on this build in like 2 weeks. This build is completely maxed, by the way. I've made this build even before my 6'9". So what I'm going to do is, hopefully you guys enjoy that gameplay. I'm going to take you guys to the builder, okay? I'm going to try and make it quick, show you guys how to make the build and the changes I'm going to make to it. So here we are in the builder. I'm going to be showing you how to make this build. I've already, I've pre-made this build just to make the video a little bit quicker for you. Shooting guard, point guard, I think it does matter. I'm not quite sure, but shooting guard allows me to go up to 217 weight, max wingspan, and that basically allows me to get the offensive rebound at 85. Okay, if I try to change the weight lower, I won't be able to get that 85 offensive board, which I like to have because that's like a threshold for a lot of my rebounding builds. So I wanted to put on this build as well. Now, when it comes to the stats, as you guys can see, with the driving, with the finishing, now the 6'3s, 6'1", 6'2", and 6'3s are very cheesy for some reason, bro. Like, you can put this stats doesn't even look that impressive, but yeah, I get 18 finishing badges. Like, this is ridiculous to me. So, I get 80 driving layup, 87 driving dunk, so you still get that limitless, takeoff. As you guys can, you guys saw in the clip, I was still able to dunk. But more importantly, I actually have a 45 standing dunk. This is a very, unusual thing for a lot of smaller players to put in the build. And that 45 standing dunk gives you the basic standing dunk animations in the game, because there are going to be certain times where you run into the paint and your guy can't do a dunk. It's going to do a layup. So what this basically does is it helps you eliminate those layup animations, because then you can still get a standing dunk underneath the rim, even though they are quite basic. When it comes to the shooting, bearing in mind, I made this build as a shooting guard build, okay? I wanted to play shooting guard just in case I catch the ball, I can drive and do everything. So as you guys can see, I get 81 3-point shot on the build, which does give me access to gold catch and shoot. And if the other thing about this build that I noticed is most of the badges you need, unless you guys use, Agent 3, which I never use. If you guys notice my game style, I don't really fade. I don't really use Agent 3 like that. So, you technically don't need any tier 3 badges on this build. So that basically means that 18 badges goes a long way. Once you call catch and shoot, you have tons more to put on slippery off ball, mid magician if you want to, claymore, green machine. So it gives you a lot of, a lot of options basically. Now when it comes to the playmaking, as you guys see, bro, bearing in mind I've hit level 40 almost every season, so I have the +8 right now on my build, and I also have the double core, which always gives me an option. So for this build, I opted to core defense, and I put a lot of my playmaking badge points, or my badge points, on playmaking. So as you guys can see, you get gold hyperdrive, Hall of Fame quick first step. At 90 ball handle, you also get the Kyrie Irving size up package, which is very, very good. Again, the only reason I changed it for that game is because I've been playing on my 6'9" a lot, and my 6'9" uses Dwayne Wade, so I'm already used to the Dwayne Wade animation, and Kyrie felt a little bit weird. But Kyrie was very overpowered when I initially made this build. Now the defense, the defense, which is, you guys saw in the whole clip, the defense is super impressive, bro, in this build. Now you get an 83 perimeter defense, which, if you think about the speed of this build and 83 perimeter defense, you're gonna be fine, bro. Like you don't need, in my opinion, you're going to play good defense. If you're a good defender, you're not going to have any issues with this. You also get a 95 still. So with a 95 still, you get gold glove, which gives you a lot of plucks, okay? You're going to pluck a lot of players. When centers get the ball in the paint, you can literally speed to them, reach, and run back to your matchup. You can do that because you have that 85 speed. But more importantly, you also have an 85 acceleration, which also gives you a lot of speed, bro. Like you can move very quickly on this build. With the block, now you can't get anchor on this build, which is probably the most disappointing thing about this build, but if you do go 6'4", the game caps your finishing, bro. If you put this similar finishing stats on the 6'4" build, you're not gonna get nowhere near as many badge points. So 6'1 to 6'3 are very cheesy for maximizing your build. But with the block, even with a 68, as you guys saw in the clip, it gives you a lot of contest. Now, I wish I do have anchor and bronze at least, but unfortunately, you're not able to get it. But you still get a lot of good contest, even with the 68 block. Now, the offensive rebound is 85, defensive rebound is at 85. Now, even if you guys aren't going to be using the rebounding, on the build, for example, you still get 29 defensive badges, bro. So you don't even have to put it on rebounding. You can literally just put it on your lockdown badges, your clamps and, your challenger, your glove, your pick dodger, your menace. So you're still going to be good on the build, bro. 40 strength, which is probably perhaps a little bit too low, but you're a guard, bro. Like, it's not that deep. But at the same time, I do wish I have more strength on this build. The 86 vertical, when I made this build, I did not even know about this vertical stuff, right? But with an 85 vertical on a 6'3 player, you actually get the small contact dunk, which I didn't even know when I made the build. I just put 86 on it to be able to jump on the build, right? When I go for rebounds, I need to jump as high as possible. But with the 85, it just turns out to be a blessing that you actually get all the small contact dunks. So it gives you better animations. You can, I don't use a dunk meter. For some of you guys that do use the dunk meter, you're gonna be able to go crazy with the build. 99 stamina, of course, bro. We need as much stamina as possible, man. But this is pretty much the build. This is what it's looking like right now. In terms of the takeovers, you get the slashing takeover, which, I never use. You get the playmaking takeover, you get the lock takeover, and the rebounding takeover. And I've already talked about how overpowered the rebounding takeover can be, especially See the Future. So if you guys want to put See the Future as a secondary, so that way if you have team take, you can see where the ball's going to land. And you can go for a putback. So shout out to someone in the comment section. I recommended they use the See the Future for putbacks on like the lockdown build. So that's a very good shout. You can actually do that as well. But as you guys can see, the game is gonna call you a 3-point shot creator, which in my opinion is just a catfish build, bro. No one's ever gonna expect you to have the playstyle that you do on a 3-point shot creator build. But very quickly, I am gonna go back. I'm gonna show you guys some of the changes that I would make. I think one of the first changes I would definitely make is to drop the vertical, because you only need the 85 to get a small contact dunk, and I'll put a strength up, so that way I'll be able to hold a lot more of these centers for sure. Again, some of you guys, depending on your play style, you might want to drop this, but once you drop this, as you guys can see, bro, you're literally going out to 28, and I don't want to do that. So you can drop, I don't want to do this, okay? So for me, the biggest changes I'll make to the build is just drop the vertical to 85, because you don't really need an 86, and you put your strength up. And again, if you don't want to put your badges on rebounding, you can just maybe take the rebounding down and put more on your perimeter defense, and just be an absolute menace on both ends. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the build. hopefully you guys enjoy that. I also want to say a massive thank you guys. I can't believe your boy just hit 1,000 subs. Like, that's just ridiculous to me. Like, I don't even know how that's even physically possible, but I want to thank you all you guys for watching the videos. And you know, I'm grateful, and I'm gonna try and make as much videos as possible heading into the future. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I will catch you guys in the next video.